Hello, fellow RVers. This is Gary and Sharon with Rough Road RV Life. We like looking at freedom. Now, just recently, we did an RV video on RV costs. We called it Food, Fuel, and Fees, discussing our 2024 expenses on our 2024 trip. This video is a follow-up to that video for other expenses that you may have other than food, fuel, and fees.
Because there's more.
A little bit more.
There's more. If you were considering full-time RV life, we started off sharing what we spend when traveling. So for our food, fuel, and fees, we shared that we spent around $18,000, a little more like $19,000. And you can watch that video right here where we talk about our food, how much we spent for our fuel, for our car and our motorhome, and our campground fees. And the campground fees were the big one. But we also mentioned other considerations, so that's the focus on this. And I wanted to share also that food, we realize you have to buy food anyway. We included it because sometimes food is different depending on where you're traveling to. But even if you take the food out, we still spent over $10,000, so right around $12,000. So while there's plenty of videos out there that say you can RV for less than $20,000, probably less than $10,000 a year, that is not our travel style. We do spend more, and we're just going to share some other considerations that you may not have thought of. Some of these things you probably knew about, Gary, because you worked with trucks, but I was like, what? This? So
Yeah, I'm just the all-knowledge, all-knowing.
He has a giant brain.
The giant brain.
But in case you haven't thought of these things, or just some things to keep in mind, because I know a lot of people are, going into RV life, but there's some considerations you need to take.
First thing is going to be RV insurance. Whether it's a motorhome, fifth wheel, travel trailer, class A, B, C, Super C, whatever, you're going to have some type of insurance. And it's going to depend, like I said before, on the RV type you have, the value of your RV, what state you're in, even what county, what city you may be in, what kind of coverage you want, your deductibles, and all that stuff gets factored into
your driving record.
Yeah.
There's a lot of factors. And also, if you're a full-timer, make sure that you mention that and get the full-timer's insurance, because you want to be covered if you are full-timing RV.
Yes.
So for RV insurance, you can spend anywhere from $1,000 to $4,000, more probably and less. So that's going to be across the board depending on all those factors and depending on what you have. If you have a motorhome, you're probably going to pay more. So just keep that in mind.
So another thing you're going to have to buy, regardless, is tags. Tags for your vehicle or vehicles if you have a tow.
Mm-hmm.
Well, even if you don't have a tow, you still have a truck and a vehicle and a trailer payment.
Yeah, your tow or your towed.
Some combination of tags you're going to have. And then to keep in mind, if you're full-time RV in the state that you're going to be registered in, whether it's your home state or not. We're in Florida, and Florida does not require any type of inspection system. However, there are states that require vehicle inspections yearly or emissions inspections yearly. So depending on the state that you're in, you might have to factor in those inspections.
Okay, regarding the cost of tags and registration and those inspections, that's going to vary where you're at, but that is going to be a recurring cost, and that is a must-have.
Another thing to factor is going to be tires and batteries. Of course, once again, depending on the vehicle you have, for like tires, I may change how many tires you actually have on your vehicle or on your tow vehicle, or the combination of both.
Vehicles.
Yes, like for motorhomes, well, all tires have a DOT stamp on them, born on date, you might say. But for like motorhomes, most people, I think, the rule is like right at 7 years before they change them. Some may go a little bit longer. I think it runs, like people say on forums, like 5 to 10 years. You will outdate your tires probably long before you ever wear the tread down on them. But it's a safety issue. So you're going to have to keep in mind that you might have to change six big motorhome tires. Now, if you're running like a class B or a class C, the tires aren't as big. They're not going to cost as much. Or if you're a fifth wheel or a travel trailer, once again, The length of service on the tires may vary, and of course the cost is going to vary on those. But they will need to be purchased at some time.
And what happens if you go way beyond that born on date?
Then you're going to take a chance on having like a blowout or a tire failure. And a tire failure on a vehicle, any of the vehicles or pull behinds, or like a motorhome, if that big tire fails and comes apart, it's going to do damage. It's going to knock out maybe any bays that are around there. I mean, they do a lot of damage when that rubber comes loose or blows out. Plus, you may lose control or whatever.
Yeah, it's a safety issue.
Yeah, you don't want to run your tires till you can see air through them, The other thing is batteries. You may only have one battery, 2 batteries, or we have 6 batteries. I think some motorhomes have 8 batteries, and they all have a expiration life on them. They don't last forever. So at some time in the future, you're going to have to come up with the money to buy 6 batteries, depending on the type: lead acid, AGM, lithium. A big variety of costs there. You could probably, 6 batteries, but I don't know, anywhere between $900 and what, $10,000, I guess,
It depends on what you buy. Again,
Well,
that
maybe
varies.
Yeah, not 10,000, but you know what I mean.
You have to have batteries, though.
Yeah.
That's another must-have. You
can
have
spend
to
like
have batteries.
$200 a battery, or get a lithium battery, and they're like, I don't know, $1,500 a piece, something like that now. But like we said, you are going to have to purchase those type of things in the future.
Another consideration is roof maintenance. You need to keep up with your roof, or any other maintenance on the outside, like checking to see if any gaskets are loose or any sealing has come loose. And that can range in cost depending on what it is, or even in replacing your roof or re-roofing your roof on some roofs. So it depends on your roof. Again, it depends on the rig that you have, but not just roof, but just maintenance, going around and keeping up with all the greasing that needs to be done. That's important to keep your RV running smooth, whatever you may have, and will avoid more repairs.
I believe when we had our roof resealed, the tech used, I believe, 7 tubes of Dicor, which is a lot less expensive than repairing a leak or putting a roof on.
Yes. So these things that we're mentioning right here, they can come to hundreds or even thousands of dollars, depending on what it is. Another recurring cost that you will have is your oil changes in your tow or towed vehicle in your RV, if it has a motor. Ours does. And if you have a generator, don't forget your generator. That's maintenance on those things. Very, very important to keep them running smoothly.
Yes. Now I have a Class A motorhome and I have a generator, and I do it myself, and I find it very easy to do. Everything's pretty accessible. It's right underneath there.
And I'm learning.
And she's learning. But if you're not comfortable with that, you can take it someplace and have it done. It will cost more, but the thing is, you have to have it done somewhere.
Or if you have a family member that knows this stuff.
Yeah.
That's helpful too. Okay, of course, there's other maintenance things with your unit. So make sure you know what you need to do to maintain the unit that you have. Our question to you is,
have we missed anything? Probably. If we have, drop it in the comments.
Right, let us know below. Add your other considerations that we may not have thought about that others may need to know. And also, if you were thinking about RV life, or even if you're in the middle of RV life and have a question, just drop it down below and ask, and we'll get back to you.
So this is Gary and Sharon with Rough Road RV Life. We like looking at freedom. If you would, click like and subscribe.
And share the video.
Yeah,
yes.
We appreciate it.
It helps the algorithm.
Yes. So until then, hope to see you on the road someday. Take care.
Safe travels.
Bye.
Bye.